Thank you, Larry. We welcome you to the heart of the Hoosier State in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana, and Lucas Oil Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And his first look is incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
He gets it to Brown, complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call it.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful, Boney. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Sammy Coates, 57 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And it's second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it third down.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
With it is Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
Now that's a play they're going to be proud of on defense, because any second and short situation, you anticipate the run and you want to make the play and stop them from getting a first down. But when you can force them to lose yardage and now put the odds in your favor on defense because now they're going to have to throw the ball, that's a play that you're going to be really, really excited about, and one that your defense coordinator now gets to roll the dice a little bit himself and create a big play.
And he finds Hayward Bay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Yeah, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. They'll go for it with Bell, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran James Harrison. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. And James has it. 15 yards down to the 15 and a 1st down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well-conceived, well-designed, and even better executed.
He finds his man, Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now a first down following that long gain.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. They come up in an offset eye. Now Wilson, and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. He's got time. He's got Curse. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard. And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game, really at the point of attack. The offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now, as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking, but you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Play clock winding down. Now it's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
Certainly was, because Everything that has to come together to get a pass completed. Yeah, you're right. The sink just wasn't there.
Surveying the field. He's going to loft one deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. On 3rd down, Wilson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's John Ryan now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Brown. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, we've got a few seconds here. The playoffs in the NFL. Chance to discuss those. Divisional round, a lot of excitement, more so than the wild card round.
Without a doubt, because think about the wild card round. All the home teams held. The games weren't that compelling, nor were they that close. Divisional round, though, we had people losing at home. Dallas lost at home. Kansas City lost at home. And the games, all exciting, seemingly coming down to the last series in each and every one of them.
And kickers playing a huge role in the Kansas City-Pittsburgh game. And Mason Crosby, of course, one of the heroes in that Green Bay victory. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now Roethlisberger to throw.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Nearly lost the football, but kept it after the fumble, but now they face a third down. They'll need to get the play off quickly.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Hester. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Lawrence Timmons, the linebacker, there to get him down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. K.J. Wright in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got...
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out now come the Seahawks. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation. On the break from inside to outside, he threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
He hits Baldwin right side. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Again, Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again here, Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And
they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Stephon Tuitt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Back at the 6. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
We have hit halftime. Jeez, don't you at least want your guys to get a drink of water? Probably pretty thirsty. Whatever, your wish, our command. 3rd quarter now. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Wilson snags it left side. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right around the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 75 yards. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space.
And a loose football. Rawls loses it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Boy, that got pretty close to disaster. Going for 2, you cough it up. They almost returned it all the way to the other end for 2 for themselves.
You think a lecture on ball security is in order here? Because and it's not just taking care of it, it's what you just talked about. What can result when you don't take care of it? They almost gave up a score.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Atama Rubin able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Green with a catch left side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mike Bennett able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The play clock's running down. He'll try and keep this away from Hester as this is going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game, a really nice run. Did they decide to come back with it, or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
A running play for Rawls. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
You can almost see the wheels turning for the offensive coordinator there. Edge pressure you want to use against them. Oftentimes when they get into the backfield, they're disrupting things. But if they get there too quickly, you can actually slip the ball to a runner and get past them. That didn't happen on that play, though.
He's got time in the pocket. He's got Curse. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a 1st down as well. Fresh set of downs here.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the veteran James Harrison. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now Bell, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. There's been a real difference.
And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And a big 32-yard play on third. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll give the Seahawks a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Paul Richardson, 33 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Well, we've seen some lead changes, and it certainly appeared that one of these squads was in full control of the game, but that's not the case after that touchdown.
Yeah, they erase a 2 TD deficit here to grab the lead. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And caught right side, Green. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
And a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the court,
he's got a man complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Kearse from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Hauschka to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, here to Coates. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Play clock winding down. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Ordinarily, the responsibility for not letting edge pressure disrupt the play falls on the offensive tackles. Their job to push that edge pressure so far wide they can't either get to the quarterback or the runner, especially on a draw.
That goes for a gain of 31. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Darius Hayward-Bay, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. In the red zone this time.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Sammy Coates, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
Look at the time. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. A pressure spot now for a guy who's been here before, and that's Stephen Hauschka. From the right hash, this from 53. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good. And it's a fumble. And caught right side, Green. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loved to have a little bit of a...
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They go again with Rawls. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd down, Procise. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like...
They've got his man complete. They give him a gain of 38. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance.
And this is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eli Rogers, 36 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And he's able to put it through. So they'll look to convert that and then hold on here in the final minute to force overtime.
And let's check the nerves of not just the guy kicking the ball, but how about the snapper and the holder as well.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So he needed it to travel 10. It did not, and it's an automatic penalty. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.